A war of words has erupted after Chinese and the Philippine vessels collided during a confrontation near a disputed shoal in the South China Sea. Both countries have blamed each other for the incident near the Sabina Shoal. The Chinese Coast Guard has released a CCTV footage accusing the Philippines of deliberately crashing one of its ships into a Chinese vessel early on Monday. The visual on your screens show the moment of collision between the Philippine Coast Guard ship and Chinese Coast Guard ship. China claims the Philippines is attempting to use Sabina Shoal as a semi-permanent floating platform to further its own operations at China's Ren Ai Zhao. A social media account affiliated with China Media Group has released a CCTV footage. It claims photo reconnaissance activity of a spy unmanned aerial vehicle taking off from the Philippine Coast Guard vessel on the day of the collision. China has vowed strong measures against Philippine intrusion into the disputed Sabina Shoal.
I want to stress that Sabina Shoal is part of Nansha Islands and is an inhabited territory of China without inhabitants. The Philippines sent Coast Guard vessels to insure the waters and attempted to send supplies to vessels stranded in the waters of Sabina Shoal. This seriously violated China's territory and integrity.
The Philippines has a different take. Manila says two of its Coast Guard ships have been damaged in collisions with Chinese vessels that were conducting unlawful and aggressive maneuvers near a disputed South China Sea reef.
This morning, the Philippine Coast Guard vessel BRP Bagakay MRRB 4410 and BRP Cape Ingenio MRRB 4411 encountered unlawful and aggressive maneuvers from Chinese Coast Guard vessels while en route to Patag and Lawak Islands in the West Philippine Sea. These dangerous maneuvers resulted in collisions, causing structural damage to both Philippine Coast Guard vessels.
Sabina Shoal is in the Spratly Islands. It lies about 140 kilometers west of the Philippines' western island province of Palawan. It is a disputed territory claimed by China, the Philippines, Taiwan and Vietnam. This is an age-old issue. With its genesis in the 1940s, it has become a new flashpoint in the territory disputes between China and the Philippines. Filipino scientists have discovered submerged piles of crushed corals in Sabina. This has raised suspicion that China may plan construction there. Sabina has been increasingly alarming confrontations, or has seen increasingly alarming confrontations between Chinese and Philippine Coast Guard ships and accompanying vessels since last year. There have been at least 12 incidents of confrontations between China and the Philippines in the past 12 months. In June, the Philippines accused China of launching a brutal assault with bladed weapons during a South China Sea clash. It released a video showing Chinese Coast Guard officers brandishing an axe and other bladed or pointed tools at the Filipino soldiers and slashing their rubber boats. Remember, China's aggressive claims in the South China Sea remain one of the most contentious issues in Southeast Asia. It doesn't just involve maritime and territorial boundary disputes, but also raises questions on freedom of navigation, resource exploration, and military presence in the region. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.